Have you ever looked in the mirror and felt like time has taken something from you? The face staring back isn't quite the same as the one you remember. The world moves faster, friendships shift, and the body you once trusted now feels unfamiliar. Aging is a journey full of changes, and let's be honest, it can feel like an uphill battle. But what if I told you that the real battle isn't against aging itself? The real struggle is against our resistance to it. The Buddha taught that suffering arises when we fight the natural flow of life. Impermanence, anicca, the truth that everything changes, is not something to fear, but the key to freedom. We spend so much time trying to hold on to moments, trying to preserve what must inevitably change. But what if aging isn't something to dread? What if it's something to embrace? Today, I'll share 5 profound Buddhist lessons about aging that will completely shift your perspective. These teachings are not bitter, but rather liberating, and can even be seen as beautiful. Once you embrace them, you'll begin to see aging not as a loss, but as the unfolding of something deeper, something richer. If this moment of reflection resonated with you, take a breath, leave a like, and subscribe. Sometimes, all it takes is one pause to change everything. 1. You will be forgotten sooner than you think, and that's okay. One of the hardest truths to accept is this: you will be forgotten sooner than you think. The career you built, the home you cherished, the stories you told, over time, they will fade from memory. At first, this realization can be heartbreaking. We spend our lives striving to make a difference, believing that our efforts will leave a lasting mark. But time moves forward with or without us. Our children get busy, our friends have their own lives, and eventually, the world turns its attention elsewhere. However, Buddhism offers a beautiful perspective on this truth. The Buddha often spoke about the doctrine of no self, which tells us that the idea of being fixed and permanent is an illusion. Just as waves rise and fall in the ocean, we too arise and pass away, leaving ripples that merge into the great flow of life. Our goal shouldn't be to be remembered, but to be fully present in each moment. There is a Zen story that illustrates this beautifully. An old monk, known for his kindness and wisdom, was asked by a young disciple if it saddened him that people might forget his name after he passed away. The monk smiled and pointed to a river flowing by the temple. "Tell me," he said, "where is the water that was here yesterday?" The disciple hesitated. "It has flowed on," the monk said, "yet the river remains." The lesson is clear. It's not the name we leave behind, but the current of our actions, the impact of our kindness, that endures. Like a Zen monk said, "A single candle can light 1,000 others without losing its own flame." The kindness, wisdom, and love you share today don't disappear. They live on, not as names in history books, but in the hearts of those you touched. 2. Your body will betray you, so befriend it instead. Once, you could run upstairs without a second thought. Now, your knees protest even a short walk. The body you once trusted now moves with caution, reminding you with each ache that it is not what it used to be. This can feel like a betrayal, but the Buddha would say it is merely nature at work. Just as trees lose their leaves in the fall, the body too must change. The problem isn't aging itself, it's our attachment to youth. We cling to our former selves, resisting the inevitable, and in that resistance, we suffer. The path to peace is not in trying to control the uncontrollable, but in learning to adapt with grace. Your body is not your enemy, it is your oldest companion. It has carried you through every moment of your life. Instead of resenting it for slowing down, show it gratitude. Aging well isn't about trying to be who you were, it's about caring for who you are now. There's a Buddhist parable that illustrates this. An old monk who once carried heavy water buckets struggled as he grew weaker. Frustrated, he asked his teacher, "Why does my body fail me?" The teacher handed him a cracked pot and asked, "This pot used to hold water, but now it leaks. Does that mean it's useless?" The monk replied, No, it still holds some water. The teacher smiled and said, the water that escapes nourishes the earth. Your body may not be what it once was, but it still serves a purpose. Aging isn't about lamenting what has been lost, but recognizing what remains. 3. You can't keep everyone in your life, and that's natural. As you grow older, you will notice something heartbreaking. People drift away. Friends who were once inseparable become distant. Family members who used to call regularly become occasional visitors. Some disappear without explanation. It's easy to take this personally. Did I do something wrong? But Buddhism teaches that everything in life is impermanent, including relationships. People come into our lives when we need them, and leave when the role in our story is done. Just as seasons change, so do the people around us. A Buddhist parable tells the story of a young monk who asked his teacher why people leave us. The teacher took him to a quiet river bank and pointed to the flowing water. Each drop of water flows past us, never staying in one place. Some drops travel together for a while, others quickly separate. The teacher explained, people, like water, stay with us for a while, then move on. Love doesn't mean ownership. It's about cherishing the time we have with others, not clinging to them when their time is up. 4. You won't look young forever, and that's a gift. There comes a moment when you look in the mirror and realize that you no longer look like the person you once were. The skin is softer, the hair grayer, and the hands more delicate. Society tells us to fight this, to erase wrinkles, dye our hair, and chase youth at all costs. But what if we saw aging differently? The Buddha teaches us that true beauty lies in wisdom, presence, and kindness, not in flawless skin. Your wrinkles are not flaws. They are the lines of a well-lived life. Your gray hair is not something to be ashamed of. It's a crown of experience. A Zen master once showed an elderly woman 2 trees, a cherry blossom tree in full bloom and an ancient pine tree with weathered bark. Which one is more beautiful? The master asked. The woman hesitated and said, the cherry blossom is beautiful, but the pine is dignified. The master smiled. True beauty doesn't fade with age. It transforms. Your beauty doesn't fade. It evolves. Embrace it. 5. You will see more loved ones die, but love never dies. As the years go by, you will experience more loss. Parents, siblings, friends, even children will eventually leave this world. Grief is something we don't get over. It's something we learn to live with. But Buddhism offers a powerful truth. Love does not die. A Buddhist parable tells the story of Kisagami, a mother who lost her child. She searched for a mustard seed from a home that had never experienced death, but every house she visited had lost someone. She realized that no one is spared from loss, and grief is universal. When you lose someone, their love and the lessons they shared do not disappear. They live on in you. Their presence lingers in your memories and in the love you continue to give. This is the power of love. It transcends time and death. The path to peace begins with a single step, and maybe this video was yours. Like, subscribe, and share this light with those still walking in the dark.